In the pilot episode of Disney's The Owl House, A Lion, a Witch, and a Warden, Luce discovers a brand new world full of magic, secrets, and potential new friends. But you want to know what I'll be discovering in this video? That's right, mistakes. And according to this episode's fandom page, there are a whopping 5 of them. So without further ado, I'm your host, Kurt Circuits, and let's review some mistakes on today's episode of The Toonbot Show. The first mistake reads, as Ida's head gets cut off and lands in Luce's hands, she is missing her left ear.
Now let's get out of here before the warden finds us and loses his head.
Too late.
Ow! Oh, I hate it when that happens.
The scene in question occurs at 14 minutes, 31 seconds, and as we can see, Ida's left ear, or the ear on our right side, is in fact missing. However, I'm a bit torn as to whether or not this was actually a mistake. If you notice the direction of Ida's mouth as she speaks, the opening is drawn to her left, which implies that the animators intentionally drew her so that her head was rotated slightly in that direction, as opposed to straight on. So could it be the case that the animators didn't forget to draw her ear, but rather intentionally left it out because her head was turned slightly in that direction? And even though in other scenes where Ida's not facing the camera, both her ears are visible, since Luce is bunching up Ida's hair, I feel like it's very possible that the ears just covered up. Although this line here does seem like it could have been the start of an ear, so I don't know. Maybe this really is a mistake and I'm just reading too much into things. But speaking of reading, let me read you another mistake. The lever outside the conspiracy theorist's cell door was initially up, indicating her cell was unlocked. Now this claim is interesting because although it's kind of right, it's also kind of wrong. The first time we see this adorably weird Phineas Flynn looking conspiracy theorist is at 11 minutes 1 second, but the first time we see the lever for her cell door is a little later at 11 minutes 12 seconds, and as you can see it's in the down position, implying that the door is locked. But later on, when the warden is coming and Luce hides in a cell, the lever is changed and is now in the up position, implying that the cell is unlocked. But even later on, when the warden actually approaches the conspiracy theorist, the lever is back in the down position, implying that the cell is locked again. And the whole lever situation is pretty confusing for me in general, because if we take a look at this shot from when Luce first enters the prison at 10 minutes 36 seconds, all of the levers are in the up position, implying that every cell is unlocked. And when Luce goes in and out of her hiding cell at 11 minutes 30 seconds and 12 minutes 21 seconds, the lever never changes position, even though when the conspiracy theorist is first released and when all the prisoners are released towards the end, we see that the lever isn't just the lock, but actually what opens and closes the cell doors. So why didn't it change when Luce opened and closed the cell door? Needless to say, there's a lot of inconsistency when it comes to the lever situation. Are the cells locked? I don't know. Are they unlocked? I don't know. Am I going crazy? Absolutely. But I'm not crazy when I say that we've got a third mistake. Camila Nocita, Luce's mom's name, appears as Camellia in the end credits. And if we take a look at the end credits, this is easily proven to be true. They definitely misspelled her name here. Just as a side note, the end credits music on this show is so good. I've been listening to it quite a bit while I prep for the show. Shout out to the channel Hot Garbage for making a seamless 30-minute loop, by the way. Definitely gets the Toonbot seal of approval. The fourth mistake from this episode reads, it shouldn't have been possible for Albert to have taken the Good Witch Azura book, since he wasn't shown taking it on screen until Luce saw him. And she was looking inside the trash can the whole time, so he couldn't have had time to take it.
Your bus is coming soon. Text me when you get there.
Bye, Mom. Where is it? Where is it? Tiny trash thief!
Alright, this mistake is pretty far-fetched in my opinion. The scene in question takes place at about 2 minutes 28 seconds when Luce puts her book into the trash can, waits for her mom to leave, and then tries to retrieve it, only to realize that it's been snatched by Albert. First off, the mistake asserts that Luce was, quote, looking inside the trash can the whole time. But as you can see in these shots at 2:13, 2:22, and 2:23, she obviously is not looking in the trash can the entire time. She's looking beside the trash can, away from the trash can, above the trash can, a lot of places that aren't the trash can. And the mistake also claims that Albert, quote, couldn't have had time to take it. But did you see how fast this little guy can hop? I mean, he's able to outrun Luce for a decent distance, so he's obviously pretty fast. I don't think I'm too crazy to think that he could have snatched the book in those few seconds when Luce wasn't looking, am I? This seems pretty likely to me, and I think the supposed mistake is just kind of wrong. I guess you could say that the mistake itself was a mistake, but I'm not making a mistake when I say that that's all we have for today's episode. If you're able to find any other errors in this episode, let me know in the comments below and I might just feature them in an update. Huge shout out to the fans of Fandom for finding these mistakes. Huge shout out to the people who worked on the Owl House for giving us such a fun show to watch. And a huge shout out to you, the viewer, for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and let us know down in the comments what you'd like to see next. But for now, I'm Kurt Circuits, and this has been the Toonbot Show. See you next time.